Hello, my old friends and my new friends. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we are going to be playing with something I never thought I'd be buying. Well, I bought two foundations. So this is kind of like a Ulta haul too. So I'll show you guys all the stuff that I bought. And then, okay, so the first thing was the Catrice HD Liquid Cover Foundation, which it says lasts up to 24 hours, mattifying, water and sweat proof, second skin effect. So when I hear that, I instantly was like, this is great. I've tried this before, right? Do you see how different they are in shades? Like, so when I went to Ulta, I saw that they had these and they were on sale for like I don't know, like $6 or something. So I picked this one. The second thing that I picked up is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. So this was the thing that I thought I would never buy because it is hydrating. It's not a matte foundation. It says here, a hydrating foundation with skin perfecting medium buildable coverage for natural healthy looking skin. Directions: prep your skin with Pretty Fresh primer. I didn't even know that they had a primer. Use Pretty Fresh blending sponge. You can use any sponge. And apply and blend to skin. It says the hyaluronic acid, aka HA, known to hydrate and support healthy looking skin. This includes coconut water, so if that bothers your skin, steer away from this. I haven't really used a foundation that carries coconut water. And then it says the coconut water is known to support hydration and skin softness. So I got this in medium 80W. As you know, as everybody knows, you cannot test the foundations. So this is what I was doing like at Ulta. I was like, does this look like me? Like, okay. The other thing that I bought is the so I've been seeing a lot of people talk about the Catrice hydrating primer, and they had that when I went, but I don't want hydrating. I want mattifying. And so I've heard so many good things about that one that I thought, well, maybe this one's good too. So this is the Catrice mattifying matte finish prime and fine anti-shine fixing spray. It says preps the skin, improves makeup wear, and refreshes the complexion. So it says you can use this before, after foundation application, and then as a refresher throughout the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on now, give it a chance to like soak in, see what it feels like. I have not used this. Okay, that's probably more than enough. The other thing I bought this. Oh, interesting. My own freaking thing's falling off. Okay, so this is supposed to be mattifying continuous setting mist. One of the girls there was like, you're not gonna like it because it doesn't smell very good. It actually smells really good. It smells kind of almost cucumbery. Okay, it says like watermelon. I guess I could see a watermelon. To me it smells like cucumber, but it says watermelon, papaya, fruit extract, rose. It's got like a million things in this. Thank goodness that alcohol is not the number one. Water is. So, but alcohol has to be in here somewhere if this is mattifying, right? Because alcohol dries your skin out. So alcohol is pretty far down. Actually, it's pretty far down in the list of ingredients. So I find that kind of strange that is the first ingredient, or not the first ingredient, considering this is supposed to be mattifying. Anyways, the next thing I bought was the NYX Modern Dreamer palette. Ulta. They had this one though, so I was just like, oh, I mean, I like these colors. So, you know, some of them are, you know, pretty nice, and it was on sale, so I just thought, why not? I see more in here that I would use than I wouldn't, so I just said, screw it. This next thing I purchased was this was not at Ulta before. So they're starting to carry more KKW stuff, because before all they carried was like a couple of palettes and then like her contour sticks and maybe a couple of lip glosses and lip liners. So this was not there. So I picked this up, which is the KKW eyeshadow palette, the Miss West, which is like one out of like, I think I don't have this one, and there's like one other one that I don't have other than like her most recent ones that are just like long. I don't have any of those. I thought this was really, really, really pretty. So when I saw it, even though I couldn't test it, I do know the formulation of this brand, and so I definitely wanted to grab that. It's unfortunate, like, I know that this brand will never go on sale, even though it should. So anyways, okay, I really like the packaging too. I think it's so pretty, so I'll probably keep that. I'm not going to use this one today. The next thing I purchased from them was the MADDIE Ziegler the Imagination palette. So pretty. I love that. So I have seen one video on this, and it was by Kimora. And so I was like, oh, dude, I have to get this, even though I don't even freaking like MORPHE. I'm like, what is wrong with me? So this is what this palette looks like, but the look that he created with this palette was so pretty. I was just like, okay, I have to get this. So this is the palette that I'm going to be using today. I was like going back and forth so bad between the NYX one, the Modern Dreamer, and the MADDIE Ziegler, but I think I'm just going to do the MADDIE Ziegler, and then we're going to use this and hope that I don't look like a crazy person by the end of it and greasy. And yeah, so I've gone on long enough. Let's go ahead and get started. So I've already obviously prepped my face with the Catrice matte finish, which I don't feel matte. I actually feel very tacky and like oily, and I can feel it on my lips. So I'm finding that very strange, because if it's supposed to be mattifying, why isn't it? All right, well, we're gonna go in anyways, because we can't be doing this forever. So we're gonna go in, oh, I opened this, with the Pretty Fresh. I'm in medium 80W, I think, like I already mentioned. Okay, so we've got one little tiny little pump. Let's see how this goes on. Definitely hoping that I do not look like a grease ball throughout the day. Okay, so this is actually a pretty good shade. I did well. It's a tad light, but I'd rather it be a tad light than to be too dark. So I have watched no videos, none, on this foundation. The reason why I know about it is because I saw a thumbnail about it. So right off the bat, I think this looks actually really pretty. Obviously it's dewy. You can see the dewiness, and it is pretty. I think that the shade was a pretty good match, so I did good just by guessing. And I'm gonna do the rest of my face, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so makeup's pretty much done. I put on some highlighter. I used the Dior Skin Nude Illuminizer in Rosy Vibes, which looks like this. I've had this thing for freaking ever, and I haven't even put a dent in it. That just goes to show you, you don't need multiple highlighters. Like, these things last forever because you barely use them on your face. So anyways, let's go on to the foundation. So it has been sitting on my face for about 15 minutes. So far, I'm not hating it. I have noticed, okay, so it's still a slightly tacky. I am noticing, so this is not to brag, this is not to, oh, I have perfect skin. I don't have a lot of texture, and this is kind of giving me some between my eyes, here, I mean, between my eyebrows. It's giving me some texture, and a little bit on my forehead, and slightly on my cheeks. Not like enough where that doesn't even look blended out. Not enough where I'm kind of like, this looks really bad, but enough where it's something I'm not used to seeing on my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead now and spray on the the mattifying consistent setting spray, Matte Like That by MORPHE. I can't believe I bought this. Okay. All right. I was trying not to get this on my freaking hair because this thing sprays like, watch this. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like a very, very wide spray, which I guess is awesome if you have like a huge, like really huge face, but I don't know why it would need to spray so far or so wide. Okay, let's let this dry and see how the foundation looks after this. I am liking the color. I did set my under eyes, and I'm all looking for my mirror that I'm fanning with, and I still see some creasing. I did set my eyelids with my P. Louise, and I can feel it drying down. Yeah, it's funny, when I was at Ulta, the girls, because I was telling them, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of interested in this because I've tried the other one by MORPHE when it first was like hitting the scene, and Jaclyn Hill was like drenching her entire body in it. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, you know, my makeup at that time was, my skin was a lot oilier, so my makeup was breaking down way, way quicker. And so I just thought, oh, this will be amazing. And it was not. It left me so greasy. I felt, I did not like how it felt. And so I ended up giving it to my daughter. My daughter has dry skin, and she loves that setting spray. So when I saw this one, I thought, okay, well, I'll give it a try. I'm not opposed to it, especially because if I hate it, I can return it to Ulta. Okay, so we're gonna go in now to the, oh, this actually did. I feel very, very matte. I mean, I don't feel like overly matte, like my skin doesn't feel tight, but it does not feel as tacky as it did before I put it on. I was going to replicate the look by Kimora. Okay, I'm gonna watch a minute of this and I will be right back, just so I know how he starts the video with like what colors. One thing I do want to talk about though is the palette itself really quick, that I forgot. I always forget to do this. So it's a MADDIE ZIEGLER. I don't know who that is. The Imagination palette. Let's see. This is made in China. It's got a shelf life of 12 months. Knit weight is knit weight is 32 grams, 1.12 ounces. Okay, and so inside, shades in it, really? Okay, and then as I showed you, this is what it looks like. I really like most of these. I think the only shades that I probably, no, I thought this was blue, but when I look at it, it's purple. It's a very beautiful purple. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna go into watching this for a minute and I will be right back. Okay, so the first shade we're gonna go into is Kenny, which is a kind of like an orangey shade. And looks like that. I'm gonna kind of clean this off. Go back in. Okay, now we're gonna go in with Maddie Girl, which is a very light shade in this palette. It is, I will show you in just a second if I can get this brush out of my freaking brush holder. Maddie Girl is this one here. It's kind of a pink. It looked orange, I think, when I just showed you guys, but it is a pink. And he went on to the lid with this shade, just to kind of brighten up the shade, which I would have went in with Fantasy, or Butterfly Fantasy, if anything, because his inner corner at the end of this is really light, and I know it's because he cut the crease. And I don't mind doing that, but if it's not necessary, why? It looks like I just did that, you know? So let's just skip a step, make this our own, and go into Butterfly Fantasy, which is literally the lightest shade in this palette. And we will go back with the other shade and kind of clean up any edges that like you see right there. Okay, go back in with a little bit of Kenny and just kind of clean this up. And keep in mind, I am not going to do the exact same look as Kimora Black. He went under his eyes with 2 different shades of color, like a purple, and I think he went in with mint or blue, I can't remember. I haven't gotten to that point yet, and I'm only gonna go in with 1. Okay, that's what we're looking like so far. Let me see it. Yeah, he goes in with the mint. I'm gonna turn this down just so I don't get copyrighted. I don't know Kimora, and if this would be something that would offend him, me replicating his look, even though I'm doing it out of complete like utter amazement because his makeup is stunning. He is was a contestant on RuPaul's Drag Race, and I'm just like in awe of the way he does his makeup. So he hasn't cut the crease yet, but he has gone underneath his eye with color. And so the color he went in with underneath is She Insists. And I know I have, actually I think I'm gonna have to cut the crease because that just looked so beautiful. Okay, let me go underneath my eye though with the shade that he used. So he went in one eye with Mint, which I am just not, I don't have the guts for that. So I'm gonna go underneath with She Insists. Oh, this color is so pretty. I don't know, maybe I should have just got the freaking guts to just do mint. I've never put mint on my eyes before. And he drags this down pretty far, but I'm not gonna do that. It makes me want to go in with a little of the mint. Let's see what this looks like. Whoa, oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna say this is definitely not, like I've said, yeah, no. When Morphe goes on their own and just creates palettes just to create palettes, like their 8,000th brown palette, which I don't mind. I love browns. I just think that, like, why do they have to create so many? How many browns are there in the world? You know what I mean? I feel like they don't work as hard at those palettes as they do when they create collabs. I feel like they go out of their way to make sure that those are better. I went a little too far down with that purple. That was not my intention. So I'm gonna go in with my finger and kind of blend this out so that it's a little smoother. Kind of lighten up the purple just a tad bit. I don't have any wipes, so I'm covered. Okay. So I am gonna cut the crease because he cut the crease, and that actually like made his eye look so amazing. Oh, wow. That was a huge cut crease. Like, he almost took out almost all of that color. The Kenny shade is almost gone. He's just got like a line almost. I mean, we'll try. I've never done such a big cut crease. Yeah, that's about what he does. He just leaves like this very thin line of Kenny on the top. And I think the hardest part about doing something like this is getting them to be even. And hopefully I do, because I planned on doing some TikToks today. So if you guys don't follow me on TikTok, you guys definitely should. I will leave my TikTok info in the description box. Okay, so this is what we've got going on so far. I'm gonna go in here at the top of this and blend this out. And he has a lot more eye space than I do. So he like went on his brow bone and lightened this up. He has way more brow space than me because or lid space, because he doesn't have any eyebrows. So he can draw them as high up as he wants to, which is so cool, but I will never shave my eyebrows. Okay, now I'm gonna take that Butterfly Fantasy and use that just to kind of set this P. Louise base. Okay, this is what we have going on so far. So if you guys aren't following Kimora, you guys should. It's definitely not like your everyday wearable makeup, but it is beautiful. Like, you can always like tone it down and make it your own. Okay guys, I think that this is pretty much the look. Oh no, he went into his inner corner with a really light liner, and so I'm gonna do that. He went in with white. I don't have a white, but I do have like a skin tone. Okay guys, I'm gonna do my lashes and I will be back. Okay guys, so this is the final look with the eyes. I love the way it turned out. I think it's really pretty. I hope I did Kimora Black any justice. The last thing I'm going to go in with that I got in the mail was my Alamar Cosmetics lip gloss in Birthday Suit. I have not used this yet, so I don't know how it's going to look. Hopefully it goes with the eyes. I like this brush. It is kind of sticky, which I don't like. Oh no. I like Alamar. I think that they're a really great indie brand. I do not like the stickiness. this will stick to my hair. I think it's pretty. It's got a really pretty shimmer to it. I don't know if you guys can see that or if it's picking up. It's got like a blue and a purple. I think some pinks. And a little bit of golds. Very, very pretty. Very pretty. As you can see, it's sticky. I did want to give my final thoughts on the MADDIE Ziegler palette. I think that this is really good, especially for Morphe. Like, they did an amazing job. The pigmentation on this is beautiful. I'm really happy with the fact that I picked this up. I kind of wish I would have done what Kimora Black did, which is going with the mint on one eye, but that's just not really me. So I'm happy that I did what I did. I think that the look is pretty. I could actually probably even go in with a little bit more purple. I kind of want to go in with this Posse one just a little bit. Just a teeny bit. Just close to the lash line. And then more of the She Insists, which is that lavenderish purple. Oh, this looks so pretty, guys. I love this look. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. Oh, I cleaned up my whole desk yesterday because I literally almost ended up dead under a pile of palettes. So yes, if you guys stuck around until the end, I genuinely appreciate all of you. I haven't said this in a while, but I want you guys to know that I genuinely appreciate every one of you that has stuck with me through thick and thin, through the mess that is my life right there. The ones that have been here through breakdowns and everything else that I've gone through. I really genuinely appreciate you guys more than I can ever express. And as my channel continues to grow, it's growing a little faster now than it had been, which I'm surprised. It's still growing really slow, but hey, any growth is growth, right? So just know that I know who's been here since the beginning, and you guys will not be forgotten, and I appreciate you guys all so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys were interested in this palette and just didn't know if you should pick it up, you should. This is a beautiful palette. The pigments are the colors are so pigmented that I think it will work with many different skin tones. Yes, I love it. The foundation I'm still not too sure about. I feel like right now it looks nice. I think we will have to see how it looks in a couple of hours, especially on my nose, because that is the part of my face that hates foundation the most. So alright guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, an amazing week, and a marvelous month, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.